Off the edge of Makaru, we come back to Petty's big breakaway. Flat Earthers are probably confuzzled over the way Macron works as a planet right now, but are probably feeling somewhat vindicated by their opinions. Yet the world will still kindly ignore them because, yes.
The world does have an edge. Multiple edges, technically. This thing's like a weird, like, half Pokeball thing. And now Penny's been sucked down the drain and is now needing to find her way. It's this very awkward moment where she thought she could break away from everything, including gravity, and now she may just get her wish.
Yeah, literally she got sucked down the faucet and straight into space.
So let's see how we're gonna get ourselves back onto Terra, whatever this is. Scene start.
So, who all here is reading the room?
What room?
Wacky. Getting some surreal wackiness going on here. I don't know which way is down. Oh, is there gonna actually be some cool, like, Mario Galaxy stuff going on here?
Yes and no. I'd say they're not as liberal about it as Mario Galaxy was, but,
Okay.
You'll see what I mean the further we go along.
I assume a lot of bottomless pits.
Yeah, bottomless pits everywhere. Thankfully, the penguins are nowhere to be found here, but in their place we have these puppets.
Thank you. Aw, I'm sorry, man.
They really bruised my shellfish scheme.
Hey, no penguins to worry about. And got more of these teleporter books. Whoa. Okay, alright. I'm freaking out a little bit, but it's okay. It's decent stuff.
I'm slightly panicking, but it's okay.
Like I said, Macaron, even briefly outside the planet, is a very weird place with very different rules of logic and physics.
Oh my gosh, yeah. These freaking asteroids are flying about on their own volition. Break 'em.
And the weirdest part is, we can actually breathe out here.
I mean,
Because they were really at space.
maybe we're just at like space drop orbit, or it could just be the Penny's an alien, and this is finally how we're gonna learn about this. I'm already a little confused after that. Whoa.
Okay, that's a really interesting.
Whoa.
I see. We gotta get on top of the little. There you go. But like, I mean, I don't know. Like, after that last session where we learned that a clonk. Well, yeah, that's what we just got. Where supposedly there is like confirmed some weird connection between Penny and Emperor Eddie's like old partner and stuff that like actually had their true pizzazz of showmanship. Like, I'm curious to learn what else is going on here.
I mean, all that can be said is that we're clearly in very cosmic territory, and we're well equipped with a cosmic string.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And maybe that's what gives these marionettes life. Maybe all this time we've actually been a ventriloquist and not a yo-yo, freaking yo-yo performer all along.
Well, who says we can't be both?
And the sad twist is, we're not the ventriloquist, we're the dummy.
What do we got? I want to go see my friend. Okay.
Alright, we'll make the pathway safer.
Okay, well, don't get crushed by this. That's a noob trap, number one. Number two, you're going to want to jump up here and make sure that this block is a safe space. I mean, that's easy enough. Then you're going to want to do a roly-madoo here, as we officially call it.
Yeah, I was
And-
about to say,
I call it the roly-poly-oly.
it's a good thing this isn't a genuine escort mission.
Boy, that ain't a deep cut.
I loved roly-poly-oly as a kid. It was
adorable.
It was one of the more decent. Nice.
I mean, I remember liking that show when I was a kid. Probably the weirdest memory I can recall from it is I wanted a toy based off of roly-poly-oly as either a birthday or Christmas gift, and yeah, it was Christmas gift. But back then I didn't entirely remember the entire name of the show, and I just said I want a roly-poly for Christmas. And then when my mom asked Santa, well, whoever was dressing up as Santa at the time, who was like, yeah, your kid's gonna get sick if you give him that.
You can't just give him a bug. You can't give him a bug for Christmas. A roly-poly. Woo! That's cute that I have that memory in there. I forget. I mean, the first memory I have is I don't think we had a mall Santa. Like we had. For the children who are watching this who shouldn't be, please go into the other room and ask your older cousin or brother to, you know, or sister or aunt or uncle, have them call you back into the room as soon as this topic is over. Don't worry, we're just talking about homework in the college years.
Ask your doctor if roly-poly-oly is right for you.
Are they gone? Okay, so we didn't have them all Santa, but there was someone who did dress up as Santa. Like, they were a family friend, and they looked, I think I may have talked about this already, but they looked the part. They looked just like a Santa, and they showed up, and not many people knew about them. Or I should say, not many kids knew about him, because, you know, that he just kind of kept to himself most of the year, and he would show up to the house dressed up in full Santa gear, and his wife would dress up as Let's try that again. She would dress up as Mrs. Claus, and it was just a really nice situation and stuff. And he was Santa. I would say, if I'm correct, I believe he was Santa up until the year before he passed.
Aww.
And he was just a really nice guy. Like, there's no strings attached. Just a really nice dude. And now the youngins can come.
Ain't no cosmic strings on me.
And now the youngins can come back in. Come on.
Ah.
Dang.
Odds are good I wasn't gonna win that one anyway because his time was so short.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, luckily this is already a level I got a scrapbook page from.
Nice. Get that overstuffed wallet. Get that queen. Get that acrobat. Stop touching me. Intrepid expo. Okay, mild dance. Oh my lord.
That's it. Am I gonna have to call services?
Listen, I appreciate taking compliments, but this is ridiculous.
I will say, not having penguins does make this a lot easier to do hitless.
Yeah? Although you still have to watch out for the little meteorites.
Oh, that's fair. I see a little sneaky thing up here. It's almost kind of
actually, as far as the soundtrack to Penny's Big Breakaway is concerned, I think this is another favorite. This is like another favorite of mine. Just because it gives me like when I remember it when they released it on their YouTube page at some point, and the first thought that came to my mind was kind of like an inverted take on all those watery clock tower-ish levels from A Hat in Time.
Yeah. The very, very chill, very like almost floaty music. I was gonna say it almost reminded me of a whoa dang.
Oh, there goes that hit. There goes that touchless.
Was it almost? There were some parts of it where it almost reminded me of all right, we'll get that SOS working. Where it almost reminded me of almost like There's two tracks of music that come to mind with this like sound. One of them is it almost sounds like the lobby music for some of the like Splatoon bonus modes and stuff. And two is, hear me out. I don't know what the tune is specifically called, but it's that sort of like surreal. Oh, okay, Kirby logic. It's like that surreal, floaty tune that the level select screen in Nights into Dreams has.
I know what you're talking about.
Where it's like, slight sounds of stuff going on in the background, but it's very subdued, or whatever the posh way of trying to say, not in your face and loud. I just need 3 eyes.
One for each book.
Yay.
God, I can just imagine how lazy that poor guy would be if he was able to accomplish that.
He's a chameleon. Oh, well, thank goodness. Oh, that's right, we had that UFO dude.
Thanks, unidentified flying friend.
I was so worried you're about to do the exact same mistake again. Hey.
Never mind. Unidentified friendly object.
Aww. Well, I mean, now that we're getting to this part of it, Mecha, do you happen to have any like favorite songs from this game?
I can't say I do, since I haven't gotten past World 3.
Oh
Really?
dear.
Uh-oh.
Was it
Well,
just
then
like
gaze in awe as you'll finally see these levels for the first time from another player's perspective.
fair? I was say I didn't know if it was like just like lack of time or.
And a collector can be a bit of a hassle at times.
I hear ya. Are you gonna try and platinum this one?
Platinum?
Or you know what I mean, like get every achievement on Steam.
Do you want to go for the dud rank for this game?
We already saw how it drove you to madness to do that in Team Sonic Racing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself, you poor man?
I mean, it's a good game, but it's...
I mean, at least some of the achievements weren't too excruciating, but it was also just like, why?
I know. Still has my favorite cover of Sandopolis Zone, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That one and, what's it called?
Actually,
Wave.
that was a cover of Sand Hill.
Sand Hill? No, I thought there was one for Sand... When you're in the ghost house, I thought that has, like, the tune of Sandopolis.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, that one. Okay. I was honestly, I thought you were talking about like Sonic, like Sand Hill that tail slides through.
Oh, damn, nice. No, not that one. No, the other one I was thinking of was freaking... The other one I also... Nice! I do like that it speeds up the wick. It's like, you got it, get in there. Did we get the last person helped out yet?
We're coming up to them.
Okay, okay.
Or we should be anyway.
The other one that I like was Wave Palace from Sonic Heroes.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty good.
Woo. There you are. Gimme in
All
there.
right.
Alright. Let's see what we got.
Honestly, as far as Team Sonic Racing soundtrack is concerned, I'd say one of my favorite tracks is... again. One of my favorites was actually from, I think it was Ocean Palace, or was it Ocean Palace? Or the, what was it called? Lost, whoops.
Spike that sucker.
Basically the one that had that really anime opening-esque, song.
Oh gosh, I may have to look that one up. Do you remember what the level looked like?
It was another, Seaside Hill sort of level.
Okay, let me look at that again.
It wasn't the one that had it wasn't the one that had the Choo Choo Sonic Warrior remix, or the one involving Seaside Hill's theme.
Let's see.
Or whatever. I forget that was even
So I'm looking up all the stages here. We have Wisp Circuit, Ocean View. That's the one I was thinking of. Roulette Road, Booze House. That was the second one I was thinking of. Whale Lagoon.
not Whale Lagoon. Shoot.
Wow. Let's see. Mother's Canyon, Pinball Highway, Hidden Volcano, Ice Mountain, Doctor's Line, Bingo Party, Market Street, Sky Road, Sand Road, Frozen Junkyard, Lost Palace. Maybe Lost Palace?
It has
It
to
might
be.
be Lost Palace.
Maybe. Let me see. If I look it up, maybe it'll tell me what the music was. I'm going on sonicretro.org again. It's been a long time since I've been here.
That's fair.
Okay, so I do see oceans. I do see waterfalls. In the second track, it's the second track in Seaside Hill. There's a returning track from Sega All-Stars Racing.
That might be the one.
Let's see if I can look up what the music is. It doesn't tell me.
God damn it! Why must I hurt myself for my art?
I guess it's lame that if you take any damage, it completely negates your combo and your score. Like you don't even get to bank and save the score you had at that point.
Yeah. Again, that's why you gotta be an untouchable sort.
Yep.
Now I forget the whole purpose of helping people is that just to increase your score.
Yes. It basically improves your score when you do your busker bonus.
But helping every single person does not help or change the story in any way.
No.
Okay.
Again, this is all purely for the sake of getting your score improved.
Okay.
Assuming you've been, doing a good job of, attaining a high score to begin with. Ugh.
I'm giving you one more shot.
Fine.
I'm giving you one more shot before bedtime.
I'm probably already got the freaking scrapbook page here anyway.
Oh, I'm positive. Like I don't doubt that. Thank God that's a full heal. But yeah, no, I don't doubt that. I just wanna. The end of the level is right there.
Fair.
Let's try. Here we go.
And I mean, I guess to be completely fair, like, what was I gonna say actually? There we go.
Doesn't matter. It's called putting pressure down on the chips are on the table. You know when to deliver. They're talking about a film. I don't care. We're gonna light these torches. And woo!
There.
There you go.
Jeez, it's the one time where I suddenly get a whole bunch of pressure put on myself is the time I succeed.
Exactly.
And then I fail.
But it's the thought that counts. Yay!
I truly did wonder if turning down the dead zones might fix that, but I partly doubt it. Like, it should be stressed. I never have this problem when I'm playing this game strictly on my Steam Deck.
Oh, 100%. No, I get that. And hey, that cable is almost there.
Yeah, except the shipment got delayed.
I know that happens. One time,
If that weren't the case, I'd already have it by now. Wow, a person!
You're real. I'm going crazy. I think one time I had a shipment that was delayed by, I think, a week and a half, and that was annoying.
Ugh, my condolences.
Yeah, what up?
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about here.
That was the slippery slope. Come on. There we go.
Whee!
Ah, an early one. Good.
True showmanship means expecting the unexpected.
I suppose so. Just like Cars 2, unexpectedly okay-ish.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we finally watched that last night, and I mean, I'll pretty much reiterate what I said earlier. It's like, on its own, it's more or less harmless. It's just, it was also kind of just, it's very disjointed, and also, it was released at a point where Pixar had a pretty strong track record up till that point.
Imagine you're doing an incredible combo in your favorite Street Fighter combat game, and right as you're about to hit the max, the 60-hit combo, Dhalsim or whatever just socks you in the face immediately, and your combo is not only broken, but your pride is as well. That's kind of what Cars 2 was like, where it wasn't even maybe a bad thing. Like, Dhalsim probably didn't even do all that much damage to your weak, poor little body, but the problem remains that he ruined your 60-hit combo when you were so close to being the high score in front of all your friends in high school that one time, so it doesn't matter if it didn't do all that much damage to your health in the long run, even if you maybe beat it by releasing Cars 3, which was a pretty decent return to form. It doesn't matter because you still lost a really serious combo in front of all your friends.
Cars 2 won't hurt you anymore.
I know.
Nod.
Okay, basically, the extended metaphor I'm trying to derive their hype with fictitious stories is that just that I agree. I believe that, reiterating what I said last night, I believe Cars 2 is probably not even that bad, especially compared to, you know, some of the more, like, nothing burger films that were The Good Dinosaur, a little bit of Brave.
I mean, a large part of it is that a large part of your opinion on that movie is going to hinge on how much you tolerate Mater as a character.
Right.
Yeah, because they definitely went the route of making him the main character.
Right. I feel like there's a lot of it is that a lot of it's the fact that, like, even, like, regardless of quality, Cars isn't even really that looked fondly upon as, like, a franchise as far as, like, Pixar goes. Like, when you have like,
unless
series
you talk to, like, younger, unless you like talk to kids who you know are the primary moneymakers behind that series.
Right. And granted, I'm not sure if I'm in a position where I can, like, exactly say what is the worst, because when it comes to, like, the other contenders that they've released that have qualified as such, I have not seen The Good Dinosaur. I'm honestly kind of looking forward to it when we get to that point of our marathon, because I really want to see the infamy in action. Brave, I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's more so in the sense of, I've joked about it a handful of times, but for me, like, I would categorize Brave as the one Pixar film that is the most It Exists movie in existence.
That's fair.
As far as, like, oh, what's up?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, as far as, like, other infamous Pixar films go, I haven't seen Lightyear. I personally thought Toy Story... Oh, boy.
Oh.
So, like, I haven't seen Lightyear. I still like Toy Story 4,
right
in spite of how... Oh, what happened now?
No, we were close. We were behind the cannon, not in it. We're just resetting it. Continue.
Oh, it's like that Kirby thing where you have to beat the fuse to the cannon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And actually, I'll wait. Okay, we got it. So I was about to say. So as far as, like, the other infamous Pixar movies, I haven't seen Lightyear. I had fun with Toy Story 4, even though I'm apparently not allowed to have fun with Toy Story 4. Same thing with Incredibles 2 to a degree. Even though, to be fair, I've only seen Incredibles 2 once, so my opinion could change, but I'm still not of that hierarchy that, like, thinks, like, I'm not one of those people that feels like I have to dedicate a 6-hour-long video talking about how it murdered my grandparents.
That's fair. You're
I'm not
still...
making it. I'm not making this.
Dang. I'm not saying you're not allowed to have fun with Toy Story 4. I just Toy Story 3 was such a strong conclusion, and I feel like the big like, you know, character like moment of Toy Story 4 is really undeserved because the character who does it makes a decision that he normally wouldn't make, and that's the trick.
Yep, gotta keep on the wheel.
Alright. But, and Incredibles 2, again, it's fine. There's some good action sequences. My only problem with that one is that it felt like we went backwards a little bit with some of the characters because they just really wanted to make... We missed someone. But you know what? That guy's a square.
Who needs them?
Yeah, and I'm a second banana.
You're not a second banana. That depends on if you can do the busker. Now you're a third banana. No, you're a good banana. You're a good banana. I would not be doing this well at the platforming and the speed. I still suck at Pizza Tower.
Fair.
So
well, I already got the scrapbook in this area anyway. I shouldn't feel too ashamed.
okay.
Now for the space race.
Stare into the void. Oh dear.
Stare and dream.
Stare and dream.
Um,
Alright, what you got for us? Clock's ticking. Oh boy.
oh boy.
Like all the alarm clocks.
Let's see. I guess while he's doing this, actually, I mentioned, like, not being too familiar with a lot of the more infamous Pixar films. Like, another reason I'm still looking forward to getting further in our Disney and Pixar marathon is that, like, after a while, a lot of Pixar films are just kind of gonna be, like, blind runs for me. Like, not even just the notorious ones. Like, some of the, like, ones that are generally more seen favorably upon, like Soul. I haven't seen Soul, but I hear wonderful things about it.
You'll like it.
Let me see. Onward, I hear it a little bit more divisive, but that's another one that I haven't seen for myself.
That I haven't seen actually. I actually continually forget that that's Pixar. I always thought that was Disney Animation.
The most I tend to hear about Onward is that it's a much better film if you're born if you're in a family, if you have like siblings or whatever.
That's fair.
Fair. Like it's more relatable.
Because it definitely hinges on that whole thing on that whole kind of dynamic for its narrative.
That's
right.
fair. I also keep thinking to myself, like, do you think that they really wanted it to be Jack Black and Tom Holland, like with the character design?
I don't.
And Chris Pratt is who all they had at the moment.
I'm not quite sure if that's really the case. Like, I could definitely see Jack's voice fitting him. Like, I will definitely concede to that. But I'm not quite sure if there was, like, an issue of, like, they want someone but then just sell with sloppy seconds, or... I don't know, it's really hard to tell unless you really go dig deep into, like, the history of, like, some of these films, which... That's another thing that's going to be interesting with, like, some of the Pixar films. Like, just going back to Good Dinosaur real quick, I know that one in particular had, like, a particularly disastrous, like, development history, so that's definitely going to make looking at the whole thing... Yeah, because apparently, like, it and Brave, actually, had, like, apparently notorious, like, development issues. Like, in the case of Brave, they they fired the original director for it and replaced it with another person midway in.
Oh, okay.
That probably explains a lot.
Yeah, no, that would probably set any project back in a.
And you want to know what really makes, like, Brave's mediocrity all the more, like, painful? That original director that they had for Brave, I forget their name, so feel free to correct me, anyone that listens. You might recognize him for another film from DreamWorks, just a little obscure ditty known as The Prince of Egypt.
That was the guy working on Brave?
Mm-hmm. Girl, actually.
Girl, sorry. They were the... Wow.
How do you mess that up?
That was probably one of DreamWorks' best movies of that era, and... Well, I mean, I'll tell you exactly how. It's the same reason why, unfortunately, there are some people in DreamWorks who later with Kung Fu Panda 4 treated the original director who gave them the first two Kung Fu Panda movies, which we are getting back to showing James. We have to get through Madagascar 2, though, in that part of our marathon.
I finally saw the first movie, and yeah, no, I can see how it got as popular as it is now.
Oh yeah, the first
just
one's
wait for the
still
second
great,
one.
even after all these years.
for sure. But supposedly on the set of Kung Fu Panda 4, they treated her like she was no one. Or I should say, there's this, I don't know, there's this weird like desire for people in the theater or in this industry that like they're opposed to the past. They're like, we need to.
Yeesh.
They're like they have this like uncontrollable desire. Like they want to do something new, to the point of ostracizing the people who originally did the things that worked, simply because you're the old school, we're the new school.
It's really ironic, if I can interrupt real quick, it's really ironic you say that notion of, like, they want to focus on doing something new, they don't want to do the same old, considering that, like, entertainment nowadays, a large chunk of it is basically just, what dusty old IP can we bring back to get more butts in the theaters?
I will say in Beetlejuice, making a funeral dirge.
I couldn't afford you anything this year, so I got you a box.
That's what I got you. Isn't there anything that isn't about? Anyway, is that creating a freaking funeral dirge march out of freaking I don't know the name of the song.
Dale.
Mr. Yeah, banana. Mr. Tallyman, tally me the banana. Was pretty funny, but
yeah. And honestly, like, just if I can, like, talk about Beetlejuice real quick. First off, news outlets, that is the actual name. Can you stop calling it Beetlejuice 2?
Yeah, have fun with it. Oh,
whoa!
I'm just gonna say right now, there needs to be a third movie after that, and call it Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Well, no, because then every single Hollywood's gonna summon him, and he doesn't have that time.
So, another thing that I found out, apparently what they're doing, and it's honestly something that makes me look forward to the film a lot more, is that, you know, filmmakers in this day and age, it'd be super duper easy, maybe even cheaper, to just rely on CG to pull off a lot of the, like, crazy, monstrous things you can do in the Beetlejuice universe. But no, Tim Burton up and stated that he wanted to go back to the good old stop-motion method of getting a lot of those grotesque creatures and effects out.
Good on him.
Well, I do hope for the best. That being said, I do believe we're coming up to another important character in the plot.
Oh?
The aforementioned Taboo artist.
Oh.
Mecha.
Wait, what?
You be them.
I was about to say, yeah, you don't get to voice people often. Go ahead.
Go for it.
You're not get many new bodies here in the cosmic wastes.
Wish.
Hello?
What the?
Oh boy.
This was a little lacking in the height department.
You get to fight a Metal Sonic?
That's essentially what this is.
Yeah.
Oh no!
We're literally doing a Metal Sonic race.
Let's take it for a test drive.
We'll catch up with, I guess, Taboo artist later, but... Oh no, that's her. So she's the one.
no,
She's
there
the
she
one.
is.
So she pilots the mannequin.
Hurry up.
Yep.
Come on.
Oh yeah, we also gotta be careful and try to collect as many gold stuff as we can, too.
Come on.
Is it like a score-based, or is it like Mario Kart where it does speed us up?
I don't know. Actually, I don't think it does.
But yeah, let's
Okay,
go on.
sorry,
Let's
continue.
do the race. Really hit the whiz.
Oh no, don't go doing that to me. Oh yeah, here's the Galaxy S shenanigans.
Hey!
Oh.
I'm a simple man. You show me some mind-bending, like, you know, gravity
Whoa.
stuff, I'm a happy person.
On the bright side, Puppet Penny honestly doesn't fall under the logic of cosmic rubber bands. So as long as you can keep a good distance, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
whoop.
I think they would have all the opportunity to get all the coins you may miss.
Well, we just gotta make sure to grab more of them. Like, we got a pretty good lead. We can stand to leave a couple.
Keep on
behind.
cutting
There
them
you go.
corners.
Do your wacky tricks. This is a good tune right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the same one that played while we were being chased by the freaking penguin Kamamaris.
Oh yeah, the giant boulder ones.
You know, it's a good thing that the game... You know, I really hope the game doesn't try to, like, expect you to... Yeah, I really hope the game doesn't expect you to try to get more of the golden stuff than Metal Penny here, because they have, like, more than double the amount you have.
Oh no, that's us on the left.
That's us.
Oh, my bad.
Woohoo!
Thank goodness, too. So, ta-da!
Now that's more like it.
Well, then, what do you have to say about that, Taboo? Not you, the other Taboo.
We don't talk about that taboo.
What is with you?
I'm spooked.
You have performed my puppet. Impressive. And the fellow wielder of the cosmic string. Why, the stars must be smiling upon us.
Oh.
What a curious companion you've created. Not just anyone can master these threads. Even the magical Mr. Q never managed it.
Oh, yeah. We actually met up with Mr. Q earlier.
I am known as the Taboo artist. Come. I'll give you a front row seat to my celestial show. You're just in time for the 17th act. 5-dimensional opera. A quantum ballet.
Huh.
It's my masterpiece. Perhaps no audience can say.
Aww.
So what brings you to my wasteland? Has our almighty emperor finally unbent and sent you to offer the apology I deserve?
Apology.
Actually, he sent me down a raging whirlpool.
A drain.
Can't tell the yo-yo's blowing raspberries.
It looks like it.
Oh, never mind then. Wait. So that's how it is. I should have known. Eddie never changes. That was always his problem.
Oh.
But it became...
Hey.
But it became
No,
mine
continue,
in the end.
Sorry, we're just realizing. Wait a minute.
Before his solo act as emperor, we used to perform together, you know.
We did it! We found his partner!
Aha!
Our notorious, legendary, anarchic, immortal, wonderful double act show.
Quite
That's a
the
mouthful.
quite the feat. See, we're two gestures together.
Even one looks like a fluffy lion.
Yeah. Oh.
Every show, Eddie played the lead.
Hey.
And I?
So you would make him look all good and stuff, and you were there supporting.
I directed everything else.
Oh, devil damn it.
Fancy. And it seemed like they were a match made in heaven.
The world's strongest man starring the world's strongest theater. Or strangest theater.
Don't worry, it looks closely. You're good.
Never the same show twice.
Nice.
So, what happened?
It's actually, yeah, I mean, you were sharing the spotlight. There was no weird power dynamic struggle.
We packed the rafters. We traveled the continents. But he got tired of my tireless experiments.
Oh.
And I got tired of him being tired.
Oh.
Oh.
You know, I think, I guess after being, after having the whole act being of him twisting around in a pretzel, I guess even he would, I can totally understand why he'd want to put his foot down.
I have limits.
I traded stage life for starlight, but the silence is stretch. Visitors like you are a rare treat. Little artist, I will grant you a favor. Anything within my power, which is considerable. You could even stay here with me. Empty stands and isolation free you to focus on your craft. I could teach you to swing from the stars. From one enemy of Eddie to another. What do you say?
Well, that'd be great, but I also have other commitments to attend to, like clearing my name.
Yeah, we have friends. We don't
Yeah.
want to leave all of the world behind.
I get it. You need to go home. But Eddie's land isn't home for you anymore.
Right.
Right, because I'm still in the book of law.
But if we could somehow clear our name in the book, then perhaps...
Oh, you're in the book of law. Yeah. Well, in that case, why not rewrite history?
We can do that?
What?
Not where, when.
Time travel!
Dun dun dun. The book of law is absolute. As it is written, so it must be. Do you understand, little artist? With the rip of a page, you can reshape your fate.
I can no longer be a felon.
That seems a bit absolutist, but oh,
The twin to this teleporter is hidden inside the Lawberry Courthouse.
Oh.
Sneak inside and get that book of law. That old fuddy-duddy Judge Rufus won't have the faintest clue. What fun!
okay.
Little artist, I expect to see your name in lights over the gala stage one day, or someday.
By the way,
A sparkling future lies before you. Now go and seize it.
And so we shall, as we go straight into the book, and into not so much Lawberry, but we ended up in Pengoville instead, the home of the Penguin Menace.
Carpsties. Oh, hang on. Suspect encounters magical mentor and learns the mysterious tale.
Who is following us?
Yeah.
So yeah, were you all starting to miss the penguins in the last world? Well, not to worry, Pengoville will have you covered.
Oh dear.
Oh no. We get to find out how penguins are made.
They're made in the factory, of course.
You lifted the book!
Whoop.
Huh.
Oops.
Oh. Yeah.
What do you mean? Oops.
Good luck, little artist.
I'm out.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Man, what rotten luck that a random penguin decided to just take this one book from the Lawsberry building.
And just go out for a read. Alright, time to complete from out. How to put this? We got all tongue-tied. From being completely off the earth to literally as deep within enemy territory as we could get right now.
Yeah?
Because I assume even though this is their native homeland, they're all still loyal to Eddie.
Of
Yes.
course.
They still want to capture you.
I know, the party. Actually, I'm digging this tune actually a lot.
Actually, did you fully explore that first island to see if there was like any NPC you needed a quest from?
They usually have a marker above their head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll be good right now. But I'm looking up this song afterwards. I'm liking this sort of electro swing.
Well, yeah, it's really good. And honestly, it gives me Mad Rat Dead vibes.
Yeah.
Man.
Penguin Donut.
Again, I know they can't. I know why in the plot they probably couldn't realistically make a new one, but I want another game like that. That was so much fun with a surprising amount of like depth to its story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, one thing that I...
Heck, I'd be down with a spiritual successor.
Yeah, that would be nice. One thing that I actually kind of want to do, sorry, getting tongue-tied for a second. One thing I kind of want to do, I want to finish some of my bigger projects first, because I don't want to have, like, too much on my plate. I'm honestly contemplating, like, maybe one day doing just, like, a full-on dub of all the cutscenes.
I mean, they are.
I wouldn't be. I'd be down with that.
Yeah, I thought you did good. I thought you did a good job with those. Those are again really good story, solid stuff in it. And again, it's by the creator of those really creepy Yomiwara Nights games, I think.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
I could do one of those maybe for Halloween time, but first of all, like in the first game alone, like don't be ready for a soft hitting joy ride. It hits you hard right away.
Right in the freaking nerve, like the fear factor.
I feel like I should probably, for hype's sake, because I don't want to scare him with something like that, I should probably clear up to him how one of the games opens up.
Oh, go ahead.
So, real talk, what ends up happening in one of the games, oh jeez, this is a tight time.
Oh boy.
I love the freaking swan dive! The way one of the games opens up, Hype, is, so it's trying to instruct you, it's a tutorial trying to teach you about how to do everything, like all the different actions and stuff. And one of the actions is, your pet dog shows up. And you're like, oh, like press this button to move and follow your dog. Yay! Oh, press this button to interact with items in the world. Oh, pick up a ball. Press this button to throw and interact with items that are in your inventory. Okay, you throw the ball to play fetch with the dog. So you throw the ball across. So you throw the ball away from you for the dog to play fetch, and the dog runs after the ball and immediately gets hit by a car.
One more college try. sorry, could you repeat that, Logan?
No, you're good. After all these tutorials of saying like, oh, walk here, follow the dog. Oh, use this button to pick up items that you may find. Use this button to throw and interact with items that you found in the overworld, such as, you know, this ball to play fetch with your dog. You're off on the sidewalk. So you're like, okay, the game asks you to press the button to, you know, throw the ball. You throw the ball, and the dog chases after the ball and immediately is hit by a car.
I don't want to play this. I don't want you playing this game for the channel, Logan.
That's fair. So the idea is that... So,
I will also say, keep that game well away from Sam as possible.
Yeah.
that's
Sam and
entirely
Doug.
fair, yeah. Yeah. So,
She wouldn't watch All Dogs Go to Heaven with us for that reason alone.
right. So I will say, though, so the idea is that you don't actually... Yet, I'll say this, you do see a bloody, like, trail on the ground of where the dog was, but you don't actually find the dog, and that actually leads to the whole... That kind of leads to the whole plot of the game of why would you go looking around this creepy city at night as you're just trying to find your dog again.
You know, that does explain a lot why we came across that one scene in Mad Red Dead where,
A freaking girl?
you know, they actually got away with a little girl fucking getting run over.
Right? Though it did lead to a really cool idea for a quote unquote repeat stage. You
It's
know,
like it was the only justification for it.
right. I stole the recipe for tomato cola.
Get it safely to my boss.
Okay.
That sounds disgusting.
I'm actually very curious. You hear about... Okay. This is how I know that the news cycle must either be really tired or doesn't want to talk about anything else, because I think I've seen 5 different publications alone in the past 3 days, all talking about the exact same thing, which is... Here you are. Which... Ow!
Oh no.
I mean, who knew? Which is that supposedly they've all been saying the same thing, which is that, oh my gosh, can you believe it, James? Subway is now going to be stocking Pepsi soda products, not Coca-Cola anymore.
They
For
didn't
the
have
next
Pepsi
10
before?
years. No, they only had Coca-Cola products, but I guess, from what I gathered, I guess some new arrangement was held. Oh my lord!
Why did I think that was a smart idea?
Well, because we thought we could escape from them, but okay. But it was just something where, like, I guess they reached some new agreement where now for the next 10 years they're going to be stocking Pepsi products, not Coca-Cola.
Huh.
I
Well,
mean,
that would make my
okay.
mom happy.
But like, see, like it's weird that like that's news for so many people. Like, you know, forget any movies or Subway. Like that's the big news right now. I don't even eat Subway
Well,
all
you
that
know,
much.
I mean, I guess it's just a matter because, like, you know, the real shit that truly matters is pretty much stuff they're gonna hide from us anyway.
And break all the barrels for more tomato cola.
So, tomato cola, isn't that essentially just a carbonated V8?
That sounds disgusting.
Yes, it does.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, the only V8 I'm gonna allow into my body is V8 Splash.
Yeah, those little
Yeah.
like, the fruity juice ones.
Yeah, the ones that actually have fruit in it.
It is.
Or,
One,
excuse me, good fruit.
it was one.
Not stuff that's not stuff that only works in pizzas.
It was one set.
What happened?
I honestly forgot how fucking how deceptively hidden the other
Showpieces.
are.
Oops.
Yeah, but I mean,
You know what? Live to regret, I guess. I don't know.
keep the momentum going. You're good.
Again, you guys can find them on your own time. I'm gonna just show off the other. I'm just gonna show off the Star Globe levels on my other file instead, anyway.
Well, and that's assuming you don't already have enough by the end to unlock them, or do you need every single showpiece to unlock
You need
every-
every single one.
Fair enough. Yeah, you'll be fine. Where's it going with this? Oh yeah, no, about the V8 was that it was once there was once a wise man who said, or a wise person, probably was a wise person who once said that knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put a tomato in a smoothie.
That's the only way of putting it.
Now, whoa.
And yet it's fine for stuff like pumpkins.
I don't think I've ever had actually a pumpkin smoothie, but I know we've talked about pumpkins before, like with the pies. But I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin smoothie before.
Me neither.
Only pumpkin pies and seeds.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
given how there's pumpkin spice stuff, who's to say?
Yeah, that is true. I did have you know what? I apologize. It was I have had in addition to the pumpkin pie, I have had pumpkin bread before, which is almost like pumpkin spice but in edible form. It's pretty good.
Pumpkin spice by an edible form.
Evocative.
As if the
Whoa.
coffee was just very bitter, but everyone tolerates it for some reason.
Hold on. Maybe over to the left? Nah, actually, I don't know.
Da.
Penguin anthropology is such a... Yeah. Like, where do
Yeah.
they get their fancy feathers?
Where does he get
Good
those?
question. Or do they even have feathers, or is that just their natural skin?
Achievement
I don't want to go
mind.
dive in here. I don't
Yeah.
blame you.
Honestly, like in
Well-
terms of like just because I know you were talking about like your recent discovery for pumpkin seeds. I think something I just recently discovered. I might have liked it for a while, but it's something that never crossed my mind until now. Like pecans, like rather specifically pecan as a flavoring. Like pecans by themselves are just kind of I'll take them or leave them, but pecan flavoring is actually really good.
I could see that then. Like, I mean,
yeah.
they have pecan pie.
Yeah, like
Homemade peas in a can pie.
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, for the past couple of weeks, my mom's been, like, going into, like, baking a lot of stuff lately, and some of the stuff that she's baked lately have been some of the stuff she's baked lately were stuff like these. They're kind of like cakes, but more like crusty, kind of like cookies, but they're like these kind of like desserts that are filled with, like, pecan and caramel.
Oh, that actually does sound like that could be pretty good.
It is.
They discontinued it this last year, and I'm so bummed about it, but whoa. Whatever, we're good.
I regret nothing.
And see, don't that feel good? Ripping that bandage off, and you're like, you know what? This is alright.
I just want to live.
That's
Let
fair.
me live.
Alright, what we got? Need clean ice to
Dog
run.
ranks are overrated.
Sure, all of them. But no, oh no. Oh my god. What was it? Oh crap, what was I gonna say actually? Crap.
That's right. Send in everybody.
They discontinued it. I'm so bummed. But frickin' Sam's Club used to have, like, again, they had this incredible apple pie with, like, caramel streusel on top of it as well. And they stopped making it. It was so good. Like, every bite was, like, crunchy with, like, a nice bit of, like, caramel, like, drizzle.
That one kind of looks like Eddie.
Oh, it does that? Oh my god.
They see him as an emperor penguin.
I think that may actually be it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprising.
That actually could be it. And he's just fooled them. It's like, hey, I'll take any power I can get.
Oh.
Whoa. Nice. Whoa, no, you
Oof.
don't.
Thank you, ledge grab.
Find all field notes.
Like that one you
I
just
feel-
flopped in catching.
Well, it was one of them. Just floating in the breeze. Whoa. I believe I know we got caught by one of them at least once, but does all getting caught in the net like just stun you or something?
It stuns you. You just gotta break out.
Okay.
Or that last thesis.
Otherwise, the only real important thing about penguins is that if 5 of them catch you, then you get captured, and that technically counts as a fallout.
We do have some fish.
Right. So we can bribe them.
Fish.
Whoa.
Okay, control stick thing's not working.
Oh, thanks.
Pew! Or whatever the freaking. That little bit was very odd.
But if Cortex didn't do as well as we'd hope. Well, that's a shame. You probably should have made it good.
Forgot about it. What was that review? Was that just a review of Twinsanity in general?
Oh yeah, Catagris was talking about his review of Twinsanity, and honestly, I know he labels it as one of his older reviews, but I think it is probably one of my favorite reviews of his because, like, note for note, his thoughts on the game basically mirror my own in terms of, like, I appreciate a lot of what Twinsanity tries to do, but honestly, as a Crash game, I kind of find it, like, overrated might be too mean of a word, but I feel like there's a lot more going against it than people give it credit for.
I mean,
you could just call it. You could just say it as it is. It's literally the Sonic 06 of the Crash series.
well, it's like there's.
Well, I'm not quite sure if I'd really go that far, because I don't know if I go get that far, because calling it the Sonic 06 of the franchise would imply that Twinsanity was like a thoroughly bad game, which I don't know if I'd really call Twinsanity that.
Well, I mean, if it's nothing else, probably one of the more thoroughly broken.
That is accurate.
Well, it's like there's a lot of problems with it. Where well, I mean, like visually, it's fine. I remember liking a lot of how expressive everything was. It was what cemented Lex Lang as Cortex for me, and for many years now, almost a couple decades now. But it was the amount of cut content. It was the fact that there were very few stages that played like a Crash Bandicoot stage. Much more. Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, you kind of were going into it. A lot of it was just due to the fact of there was just so many double aim cuts and whatnot. There was so much content cut, you could use all that cut content to make 2 games. But what ended up being there just wasn't all that interesting. And this is something that I've been seeing people get a lot more vocal of over the years. But honestly, the Evil Twins are probably some of the more underwhelming villains in the Crash series because they don't really do anything.
Yeah, they don't do much with them. Aside from bringing a whole Tiki to life to try and crush Cortex
and removing Cortex's brain, but thankfully he was able to somehow put it right back in, and it's definitely. I mean, yeah, when you bring it up, they're definitely. I would say they're definitely one of the most underwhelming in the sense that they're built up to have reality defying abilities. And all they can do with that reality-defying abilities is put you against another robot.
I mean, hey, if it means anything, the minds of Beanox and Toys for Bob kind of agree with you, considering they were no-shows in CTR Nitro Field, even though they pretty much brought back everything else.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from maybe one cutaway screening, you can see them in Crash 4. That's all they get.
Right.
Yeah.
That and also, pay no mind to the bastard that voiced them way back when.
Yeah, well, that's kind of its own separate bag of issues. But there's definitely a lot of value you could take from Twinsanity. Like we mentioned, Lex Langus Cortex. It's also the game that sort of, I say that with an asterisk since she was originally meant to debut in Nitro Kart, but the game that sort of introduced us to Nina. And I mean, we all know she became pretty much a big fan favorite.
Yeah.
It just was, your student can freeze. Wow! Alright, I'll accept that as karma, that's fair.
Karma comes cold. Jump more.
No worries.
Listen, my mind is fucking broken after literally missing those star.
It's okay, though.
man.
We don't hold that against you. So I guess my guess is you just have to get the bowl in the golf thingy. Boom!
Yeah, why did I just suddenly, ignore this guy?
He sucks. He's not a good man. And bam!
He's a raging bull, that's what he is.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Now we can go on our own journey.
Honestly,
yeah, where's going with this?
yeah, we were just talking about Twinsanity. Actually, you were in the middle of something. You go first.
I am still bummed because apart from that and Nitro Kart, it's the fact that I don't think I've heard Spiral Mouth do anything else since those games, and I like their composition.
Actually, first off, it was actually Tag Team Racing, not Nitro Kart, that Spiral Mouth was in.
My bad.
Another thing that I was in, and I was gonna give my thoughts on it, but Icky kind of drowned it out with his own thoughts, was the fact that apparently Spiral Mouth also did help with the compositions for the Legend of Spyro series, or at the very least the first game. And what I was about to say in regards of that is that the fact that they were able to go from the a cappella madness that was Twinsanity to the more contemporary stuff that they have for Legend of Spyro, I'll give them credit. If nothing else, it definitely shows off how diverse they are in terms of music making.
Yeah, I had no idea those were the same people. Oh dear.
Though it is kind of sad in retrospect, considering that's really all Spiral Mouth is known for. What else do people really know them for?
No comment.
That means they're not.
No, what? I mean, and Napology.
Bro, get me into that shit. I want
that.
to do studies of Napology.
Man, Napology.
Well, too late!
You know what, Napology, that reminds me of a joke I love in Kung Fu Panda 3, but I'm gonna save that for when we get to that in the marathon, because it is one of my favorite jokes in that movie.
Which one?
From Kung Fu Panda 3, when it's talking about, I will not go into specifics for James's sake,
Yeah.
but it's one of the very first things in post training.
Oh, yeah. But no, I love that dude just then was the, oh, don't stop in the, well, too late. Get out of my face.
So,
Yeah, it's cooking, huh? You like chili? So we have,
what do we have for dinner tonight, Patty Mama? Chili?
Forget it.
You know, I don't know why I came up here.
I thought there was a showpiece.
Yeah,
maybe.
there could have been
Whoa.
something hidden up there.
Alright, break more ice.
Jeez, what is it when you people accidentally getting your
Oh.
students caught in ice?
Now all
It's almost like this is in dangerous waters here.
There you are. Oh, it's the, oh, I see. It's just a role reversal. The student and now the teacher. Now then.
Dang it.
Okay, here we go. And
There you go.
Wow, that was actually aptly
Yeah.
timed.
get that music in there.
Right as the music was, just as the song was ending.
Yay.
Oh, there you go. Get us some buttons. Come on, let's get us some buttons. More buttons. More buttons. No, we got twirl, but it's at the end. No more twirls. No more twirls. No more twirls. Nice.
I don't want to dress up as a silly ballerina no more.
I can't stand it. I did it too many times.
I don't want to go to.
I can totally imagine Penny being the type to be all, this is my calling, because I don't want to go back to the family. The
Family
family.
I hate hockey.
Tradition.
My father made me practice.
Oh, cheer up.
Why not try those?
Oh, hey!
Oh.
Sheila's up. Short stuff? That you? Yes, it's me. Can you help me out? I wrapped up my delivery run, and now I'm heading to Industria. Want to ride out of here? Might be closer to where you're going.
That would be convenient.
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right, saddle up, crew. We're shipping out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yahoo.
Aw.
We had to give Sheila at least one more time in the spotlight before she gets completely forgotten.
Oh well, she's a fine enough character.
All right, I think for the session we'll go ahead and do one more world, and this one, well, it's true to its theme. It's industrial.
We're clocking in at Industria. Now then. Okay.
Ooh, some real metallic
Earn
madness
pocket,
zone
soldier.
vibes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I get out of it too.
Yeah, what kind of
This
vibes?
is Metallic Madness.
Making sure.
Oh, good. Mech, have you ever played any of the Crash Bandicoot games?
Play the first one. I've got a clip that me and my friends were just going a little insane with.
Now, real quick, when you
Wait,
say the first
wait.
one, is it the OG or the insane version?
Insane.
Okay.
Oh.
Not
Let's see if I can look
that
up.
crazy.
I'm gonna see if I can look up that clip. Oh, I will say, because I was curious earlier in the discussion, I was looking up. Oh, magnet. I was looking up. Whoa. I was
Be
looking
sure to
up.
form, use a magnet whenever there's a magnetic wave, and you'll be sucked right up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was looking up what the kill count of Cars 2 is.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, there's actually a deleted scene that shows off that agent in the beginning actually being compressed and crushed into a cube.
Wow.
Like, probably for decent reasons, they cut that out. There you are. My phone was dying. So that's one. There's the guy there. Apparently, remember Cars was that really weird thing where every single character, no matter how side or rarely seen, had a full name and everything. So these are the official names. Having just seen the movie last night, we'll hopefully remember all of them. So again, Agent Leland Turbo gets killed by the crush. That's one. Keith Gremlin was the name of the car who I said at the very beginning, that car's dead when he slipped and fell right into the water and crushed
Yeah.
on impact. Don Crumlin and 15 other cars were in that turnabout that got blown up by all the explosive barrels in the beginning. A pretty cool looking effect, but again, not what I was expecting in a freaking Cars movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oof.
So that bumps us up to 18 already who have died in this children's movie in the first 10 minutes. Yeah, let's just say that they take the whole like they're robots. That means I can kill them and it'll still be PG-13, and take it to a whole level with cars.
Even though it's G.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like it's all G-rated, so it's totally A-okay to kill cars.
So I mean, fair for whoever's going to mention up. Fair, the brave little toaster also had cars being killed, but
I've
made
actually
sense.
never seen Brave Little Toaster.
Ooh.
Either. I still need to.
I'll admit, when you watch it as a kid, it certainly is a bit of a traumatizing endeavor.
Be honest with us, Logan, from that reaction. Do you feel towards us the same way Doug felt towards us when we said we never saw Gremlins?
No. I mean, it was by a studio that I don't know if it even got many awards, but it was a non Disney film, but
which was made from ex-Disney Disney animators.
Right, but like it. Oh, Jesus! Like a
You always
freaking
get my
dog.
popsicle a lot hard before you guys start freaking mosh pitting me.
Freaking dog piling. But it's a unique film. It tries to cover. What would you say, Mick? Would you say that it's like the theme almost is like part of the theme is about like mortality and like the idea of like
certainly just makes you think that way, because I believe in like the first portion, it's like you actually watch an AC unit just get so mad he blows up.
Right, he just dies. Like the idea is that part of the story revolves around the fact of, which we'll get to cover that at some point, I guess. But part of the whole big plot of the movie is that the brave little toaster and all his friends are childhood belongings of this kid, and not only are the childhood belongings, but by the time they manage to find the kid again, he's grown up, and they're very outdated products, like old Hoover vacuums and simple desk lamps and stuff like. So it actually tries to play with the idea of what would it be like to be a product, and to what would it be to have your life be a product, and just here is a product that is literally everything you are but better, and will last longer. And like, do you just do you simply go through life continuing to be second fiddle? Is there more to life than just what is your purpose? And yes, I guess spoiling a bit, the part with the cars dying, it is actually, relevant, because what's happening is that they're at a junkyard, and these are cars that are literally singing about their lives being worthless and that they are about to just be crushed in a junkyard.
Yeah, which they would have.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
I mean, it's like there's that idea, but then there's also that one pawn shop where it's like it took used appliances and just either broke them down just to repair other things and whatnot.
That's also true. God, like to have a chop shop kind of thing. Like it's, again, for a children's movie, it's, I don't know. Like it's one of those things where I give it credit because it doesn't. How to put this? Like, it doesn't feel like a baby movie in that like it is trying to cover a, admittedly very complex theme with its story.
And I mean, hey, you know what? Its impact wasn't lost on its impact wasn't lost on everybody, considering it got like 2 sequels years later.
That is true.
You know what? I died. Okay, so first off, I might be lying, because when I say I didn't see the Brave Little Toaster, I should say I didn't see the original one. I think I might have seen one of the sequels, like back when I was like really little, but I don't remember which one it was.
Oh, you're good.
Is the one where they go to bars?
I don't know. That's how young I was.
It was a weird, and they basically they thought they had their next big Land Before Time, and so they went for it.
Disney wanted a piece of that Land Before Time pie and applied it to toasters.
Toasters, a little plug-in blankie, a vacuum, and the lamp.
Yeah.
Nice
And
choice.
wasn't it like of all things? Wasn't it like a freaking ceiling fan that like took him to Mars or something?
Only after they took her off the ceiling.
Oh well.
Wow, that happened.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll still be fine.
See, no twirls. You did it.
No twirls, just a simple stretch to the stars.
Yeah. But now, like, we'll take that. We'll take a look see that. But anyway, sorry, we're getting all off topic and stuff. But just the fact that like there it made sense. It's just again, you don't expect cars dying in Cars 2. So we're up to 18. You got Agent Rod, the American, who got blown up with the explosive gasoline. Dead.
R.I.P. Bruce Campbell.
R.I.P. Bruce Campbell. He was great. So 19. Then you got let's see. Toga Gremlin, who fell to his death after being thrown by an explosion caused by Finman missile. I may actually forget where that one happened, but so regardless, that's 20. Then you have Fred Pacer and Rick Trunkov. Those were the two people who, in that first fight when Mater first met him, he just in cold blood shoved them into an elevator and crushed one with the other, just flattened, like just. That's the other thing, is that these weren't even like cartoony flattenings. These were like just actually just like ruptured their like hull and like shatter them.
The more you're describing these, because I know I was there when you guys were watching it, but the more you're describing these, the more I'm reminded more so of like Paper Mario Origami King in a sense of like like when you remove the fact that they're all made of paper, the things that happen to these people are kind of disturbing.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like, man, you thought Super Paper Mario was the most fucked up Mario story of them all? It still is, but Origami King's not that far behind.
I would say they're equally messed up, just in different levels. Like in the terms of like Super Paper Mario, it was a lot more of like emotional like turmoil, like existentialism and whatnot. Whereas with Origami King, it's like,
Hey everybody, how do you feel about body horror?
Yahoo! Well, that's the thing, like, because like it covers a really interesting story, especially in the interludes with Blumiere and Timpani, where it's like, it's covering like families that were not meant to be, and like, what doesn't he? It wasn't it the story like they murdered Timpani or something to prevent him from ever marrying him, and that's what drove him mad or something.
Yeah.
I think they essentially. I mean, yeah, I guess that's what it was. I thought it was more so a matter of like they changed her to like that, butterfly-esque thing that sent her straight to the light world.
I think someone used some kind of magic to bring her back as that.
Right. That was probably Merlon.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, for all we know, maybe she did die, and then Merlon brought her back to life as a whatever those little
pixels.
The pixels.
Yeah,
Pixels. Yeah. But anyway, so you have that. Then you got Origami King. That's like Blumiere / Black Exploder was like kind of messed up and very insanely driven in his quest, but at least he didn't take Princess Peach and literally like distort and warp her body to flatten against an entire wall just for a piece of like art to gloat about.
At least he didn't take the shredded, mutilated remains of Bowser's troops and combine them into some kind of homunculus beast.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in some ways that would make her a more effective villain because, aside from all that, at least he still, what's the word? He had a reason, a solid enough, I guess, reason for his whole.
That origami artist was shit. Had no idea what he was doing at all with the origami craft.
You don't use utensils or anything of the or any of that stuff.
Even though we learn about later, there was some heart behind why he was doing it. At least, like he wanted to personalize and write a message. Even though Ollie did not care for that one bit.
Right. It breaks the rules regardless.
Mm-hmm. But then again, to be fair, Mario wasn't holding back either. Mario kills a dog.
Well, I mean.
The stapler.
Listen,
Mario grabs a dog by its jaws and just utterly wrecks. Like no. I remember like there was no cartoony wahoo like punch or like bopping. Just ripped the freaking thing in half.
In my defense, he was trying to kill me first. It was purely self-defense.
Also, would you do the same thing if you were face to face with a living stapler?
I mean, if I had really buff arms that were given to me through performance-enhancing...
Mario don't skip arm day.
Well, that's if he wasn't even able to use his arms after he was folded up like origami.
That's true.
No!
Hey, you made it.
But I lost my battery in the process.
Ah, well, battery's not yet, so I can't listen to your voice. Okay, you're a dick. Fine, I guess we're helping the dick. I just don't think he's gonna
Oh.
appreciate this. What?
Well, hopefully we can find some health on the way.
Hopefully.
Oh wait, we have been finding health.
I mean, I will say the health drops have been pretty decent, and whenever we find one, they fill up quite a big portion of the health, so that at least keeps us going.
Yeah.
Big portion.
Also, if we do end up losing all our health, that's not an automatic game over. What ends up happening, though, is that you have a choice between either going back to the level, but losing 1,000 points, like
10,000
something points in the process, 10,000 points in the process, or you're just gonna have to restart from the beginning with, you know, do it all over again.
Which
Fair
most
enough.
people
Continue
would.
mode. Yeah.
Which, if you want to, you know, get high scores, that's probably the better option.
Right. There we go.
So either which way, it's like if you don't care about the score, you can just, you know, keep going through the level as normal. You're just not gonna don't give two shits about your score and whatnot.
Right. Well,
No,
that and if you've already gone the scrapbook page, there's no reason to stress about your score anyway.
Right. At that point, you may as well just do it for funsies.
Yeah. Which when we get to that, like, how do you feel about this game, like, in terms of its replayability just for the movement and, like, level design alone?
Oh, it's solid. Again, it's just a matter of, you know, memorizing where the heck everything is.
Whoa.
Like, listen, trying to, you know, get every
Man.
piece of shit.
You don't get a battery.
Fine. Fuck your battery, fuck your phone. You're gonna buy another one anyway.
Yeah.
I love the fact that even the boss was admitting that he had a very boring story.
So it's like, you gotta buy another one anyway. I am, but that's still mean.
What am I supposed to do? I'm thinking of a freaking Bob's Burgers bit. What am I supposed to do? Replace my phone every 10 years? Yes!
I mean, that'd be the more appropriate thing, as opposed to like getting a new one every like 2 or 3 years when the next model comes out.
Yeah, no, that's the
Oh,
problem.
yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to go in. I don't want to get into the loop of, you know, consuming like every single year get the brand new thing. That's a complete and utter waste. Like, I want to, when I upgrade my phone, I want to make it feel. I want to have it feel like, damn, this was a. No, you're good. Like, if I'm gonna upgrade my phone, I want to have it actually feel like a substantial upgrade.
Right.
Yeah, not just, oh, it's just like the old one, but with new stuff.
Besides, what if you're like me and only really use it for like YouTube and Discord?
Yeah, or with me, I play games on it a couple times, but mainly it's for YouTube and Discord. I don't need, like, I'm not. Put it this way.
I'm not that desperate to renew my Apple Arcade subscription. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm.
Even if I really am curious about trying Sonic Dream Team someday.
Please just port it already, Sega. No one wants to play on
Nobody
Apple.
wants to play it on their stinking phone and get it all smudgy and stuff.
Unless you have an Apple
Even
TV.
then, if they're yeah, that's also.
Yeah.
Well, then again, isn't Sonic Dream Team kind of run kind of like crap on Apple TV?
Not that I've heard.
Not really.
I
I've
forget.
been watching an Australian streamer who tends to play that game every Saturday.
How is it? And I guess, like, is he like playing through the whole story? Or is there like replayability to it?
There's some replayability to it. It's like there's weekly missions and whatnot.
Oh yeah, they did recently add in some
What
like
the-
extra modes and whatnot as DLC a while ago.
Mecha Penguin.
Yep, it's a Mecha Penguin.
Oh, also I just
And
won
he's
the.
mean.
I managed to win a little prediction off of her little thing. I guess Sonic won Sonic Shuffle.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Careful. So. Oh, it's just hit every single switch.
And then, or not.
Whoa,
That was
whoa!
my chance.
Oh no!
You know what? That might as well be worth a reset because I want to make sure all my health's intact. Because this guy plays dirty.
Okay.
That's fair.
Actually, why am I turning on the switches anyway? They start the treadmill, which is kind of a bad thing.
Maybe he
Or
can.
maybe I got to keep hitting them until he drops a magnet. Oh, there we go.
Oh, and pick up. So now what? Whoa! So dodge that attacking. Oh, and then you jump into the magnet field to basically use it to uppercut it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
nifty. Come on.
Actually, yeah, it's like you may as well just save those for when you got to turn off the conveyors.
Yeah,
Right,
okay.
that makes sense.
Oh, another one. Oh,
Fuck! It dropped right as I was reaching over there.
it's all good. There it is.
Again, I remember this fight taking me a few tries. Though a part of that could be my recklessness. Another part of it because those flippers are big, and he pecks like a motherfucker too.
Yeah, and despite the fact that they had a small window, you still got hit.
We need some ice cream. We need some ice cream.
Easy.
Come on, make this be a checkpoint or something.
Or it's down.
Or we killed it?
We got
Hey!
it.
Oh, thank goodness, Rule of 3. Did not let us down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
we did it. We finally took out the penguin menace. Or at least the big guy,
Whoa.
anyway.
How have you done?
But unfortunately,
What?
we flipped one wrong switch and now we're captured.
You should have labeled those.
Whoops.
And just like
And
that,
thus-
we're... Oh, no.
And thus we get sent straight to Lawberry, which, funny coincidence, we were actually on our way there anyway. But now we are there as a felon, like fate intended.
Crap.
Yep.
They've gotten their way.
Yep, but they're not going to have it for long. Stay tuned next time as we actually break out of Lawberry.
Well, stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned for the epic conclusion of Penny's Big Breakaway.
I'm busted out of jail!
Wait, I'm going to jail!
Oh.